AC, alternate current, Tesla, ended up crazy. And the guy who actually made money out of it is called Westinghouse. He's the guy that developed the network that we all see around till this day, 100 years later. The next big utility, communications. We learned how to send waves, right? We sent waves without wires. So we moved from molecules to electrons to waves. And the biggest utility, still around us all the time, TV and radio. The next big utility happened when I came over, just so happened when I came over to Apple. I worked at Cupertino, a floor below where Jobs eventually worked. And we came in and our project was canceled in 1995. It was canceled by Apple because we worked on a technology that they claimed would never succeed at homes because it was too cumbersome. Who would ever learn how to do http://www. something? The internet. It's a ubiquitous utility. You all carry it in your pockets. So think about these big waves. What's the next one? And what are the forces, bless you, what are the forces that actually push the next set of big utilities? All right? There is one that's happening right around us and is very interesting in the way it's happening because it's a template for all the coming utilities. And I will share with you today 6 that are about to hit us in the coming decade or 2. And I'm going to use one that you all are very familiar with, is already becoming ubiquitous, and is massive change on an industry that seems to be unmovable. 20 years ago, most of you seem like you weren't alive then, or at least young enough not to admit it. 20 years ago, when you wanted to watch a movie, you'd go to Blockbusters. Blockbuster in the States was ubiquitous every corner. You'd go, you'd talk to somebody roughly 18 years old, somewhere around 18 plus or minus 2 years. You'd ask him about the latest movie from those who are still on the shelf. He'd tell you that this is a great movie. He's seen it with his friends, and even if you were 45 years old, you'd still take his word for it. You rent it. You pay for 3 days in advance. You hope to watch it, and you always rushed back somewhere around midnight, plus or minus a few minutes, to try and return it without getting fined. Remember that time? The biggest invention of that time was a machine that was open after midnight to accept the DVD back. You were limited to a set of probably no more than 500 movies, and the format that we all consumed was a 2-hour movie. Then comes a small company from my old hometown, Los Gatos, California, called Netflix. And the first thing Netflix does, it eliminates the physical retail store. All right? And in doing so, it eliminates the need for you to go buy the movies you like, and eliminates the need for you to go to the store next to you, the physical store. And all its innovation is just a website where you can put in a list of movies you'd like to see, and you'd get a DVD through mail. You watch it, and it didn't matter if you watched it within a day, 3 days, or 3 weeks. When you were done, you put it back in the red envelope, the mailman took it away, and the next one on your list came over. They didn't have a single store. They actually had one warehouse where all the movies for all the people were aggregated in the same place, which gave them an immense advantage. Why? Because they could aggregate the